I don't remember. I think I just got in town. Hang on. What am I supposed to do? Do I wait till daytime? I think I do. I think I do. I don't remember. There may not be a church in this town. I can't remember. Holy shit. Oh! My children, my friends, you're supposed to warn me about not making AVGN mistakes. So welcome back. I'm AlucardsQuest, and we're gonna wrap up Simon's Quest. Because... why am I AlucardsQuest? Because the morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. I don't know. Actually, is this where you get the red crystal? I think so. It'd be nice if there was a... oh, there's a church. Well, it doesn't matter now because I died. No? So what's in this door? Stairs it is. Come hell or high water, we're gonna finish this. Garlic. Yeah, give me all your damn garlic. I mean, yes, give me all your damn garlic. Okay. Now I have 8 bulbs of garlic. I think they're bulbs. I honestly couldn't tell you the difference between cloves and bulbs. So I can't buy any more laurels anyway because I need the silk bag. Crap. Wait a minute. I should have gone to the graveyard first. Well, let's see. Oh, graphical glitch there. Give you a silk bag. Take it. Now I have a bag. back to town? I don't think I can. You gotta be fast. I do not have speed. I'm an old man. Just go, just go, just friggin' go. Up the steps. Oh, damn it. I don't know what to do now. I have an idea, but it's cheating. I'm gonna use my save point to go back. Since no one's here, I'm gonna do it. Steps. Okay. Well, this will at least give me a little bit more time, I think. In theory. If I can... You might be wondering why I dropped 2 garlics, and it's because you buy them in 2, so I figure I might as well just drop 2. Since Nintendo announced Metroid Dread, there have been a ton of, like, pre-orders. Not only pre-orders for Metroid Dread, but, like, people are going back and buying old games on the Wii U, as well as, as well as buying Samus Returns on 3DS, and that's great. I'm kind of hoping one day Castlevania has a second wind like that. Well, I guess it would be a fourth wind. But this series deserves it. You know, there's already, I think both Brazil and Korea have classifications for Castlevania Advance Collection, which is, I think a lot of people will scoop those games up, because everybody loves, I mean, Metroidvania gets its name from Castlevania. Otherwise they'd just be called Metroid-likes or something. Oh, I guess I didn't need that. But it's fine. Let's get in this door. good. I can still fill up my laurels. Because if they're 50 for 2, 50 hearts for 2, I can fill them up. I just gotta make it to that shop. Will it let me? I don't know. Keep going. These stairs are slowing me down for sure. Come on, one more. Come on. You can do it. Oh. Alright, now we're at 8 and 8, which is the maximum you can get for garlic and laurels. Is the guy there? Yes! Now I got the red crystal. I think you need the red crystal to summon the tornado. So we'll summon that tornado. I don't care. We're moving. We're gonna keep moving. But incidentally, when it turns nighttime, you might be able to hit that first enemy for half the amount of hits it would take normally, and still get the extra hearts. That's not a huge hint or anything, but you know, kind of neat. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not interesting at all. But I'm a Castlevania guy. I gotta know this stuff. It's a moral imperative. I don't know if there's a church in this town. But there is a shop that I have to visit. I don't think I have enough hearts, and I don't think I'll be able to earn them here. I apologize if this isn't interesting, but I need the hearts. I used to play Phantasy Star Online a lot, and while you were playing in online, you could have like 4 chat windows, which you could kind of make pictures in. And in my chat windows, I made like a 4-frame animation, maybe it was just 2 frames, of Simon Belmont, like looking similar to this, swinging his whip like this. And without context, I would just go into Japanese servers and just show that. and everybody would be surprised. They'd be, oh, sugoi. Kakoi. I tried to fire up Phantasy Star Online on my GameCube, and I couldn't do it. And the only reason I can think as to why is because the internal battery died. That's the only guess I have as to why it won't work. Because it says something like there's an error and that you have to like refer to the manual. I don't think there's anything wrong with the game, although it is a little scratched. I tried to resurface it as best I could. But I think it's looking for... And I looked this up. There's another game that uses that too. I forget which game it was. It needs that signal from the GameCube's internal memory that's showing the correct date. If it doesn't have that, if the battery isn't retaining the date, then the other game won't work. And I can only assume it's the same with my version of Phantasy Star. But, online. But I can't tell. Not that you can play it online anymore, but, you know. I thought about actually... I need a new GameCube anyway. I thought about actually getting a different GameCube and making sure that either it has a fresh battery to retain that date and time that you input when you start it up, or it may be my first mod that I've ever done for anything. I've never modded any video game at all, and this could probably conceivably be my first. Really, what you're supposed to do is open it up. But to me, it looks like you could just, if you could slice off like the plastic on the front, in front of where the, well, above where like the memory card is on the right side. If you could just like slice the plastic off that top corner, you could probably reach the battery without having to mod your system. Of course, I don't think that's advised by anyone. But it would save me the headache of... Oh, I got my nice Morning Star. You're wondering where Morning Star comes from in the anime? It's here. The actual lore of the whip is supposed to be the vampire killer, so I don't know. The Morning Star, I mean, it's Simon's best weapon, I guess. But it's still the vampire killer. It's just a powered up version of it. That's my understanding. Anyway, we need to get that. We need to get to that tornado. I'm not sure if there's a church here, but we got to get moving. We're at time. The clock's ticking. And all I really wanted was the Morning Star anyway. infamous trick. That really isn't explained well at all. Anywhere. Except for, like, strategy guides. I understand how that frustrated people back in the day. It frustrated me too. But, you know, once you figure everything out, then the game actually starts to become fun. The sense of this game is that if you know where everything is, playing through it is actually really enjoyable. I never could figure what the deal is with these rocks. Okay, so they're rocks. They fall down, but there's nothing over here. Nothing you can break through, there's nothing. So what's with the rocks? Makes the game feel unfinished. But again, that doesn't matter to me. This was one of my favorite games on the old Nintendo because I think it made Castlevania a little cooler. Like, oh, Simon's wearing red armor now, and he can power up his whip and gain levels, and he's, you know, he's got his black leather pants. I guess. I forget where the merchant is in this one, who's selling the oak steak. We'll find him. Hey! That's right. Secret wall. Hell yeah. Oops. Actually, this is where I need to be, I think. There's a line in Captain N, the Game Master, that I can't remember what episode it is. It might be the first episode, where it talks about Castlevania having an invisible bridge. And for the life of me, I don't know what they're talking about. There's no invisible bridge in Castlevania. Process it, man. Is this the way out? Can I get out this way? I think so. Yeah, that's right. See, this is where I feel like they were starting to work on development of this game, because once you get the nail, it acts like the holy water and will break blocks. And the best place to show that would be right after you get it, right here. But considering that you already have the holy water, it's kind of meaningless. Are we earning experience? I think we are. We might as well see. Let's earn experience and get up to 256 hearts. Now, in the original Castlevania game, he was wearing brown, and there was a lot of brown color in the game. The music was good, but not, you weren't rocking out to every stage. Here the music is so much better. You can go wherever you want. The enemies are kind of a pushover, but they couldn't make them as hard as in the original game, otherwise it probably wouldn't be as interesting or fun. I suppose, I don't know, it's 8-bit, you know. How clever can you make the enemies? For sure my life bar extended there. I know it was not that long before. It'll be cool to see other people playing the advanced Castlevanias. I'm not the biggest fan of Circle of the Moon. I know a lot of people like it. But, and, you know, Harmony of Dissonance has its problems. Musically, certainly. But Aria of Sorrow is... I think people who had never played it before are gonna kind of be blown away by how good it actually is. And it'll be a breath of fresh air for people who like Symphony of the Night but maybe aren't sure. I think he did in Aria of Sorrow. It's debatable whether he did in the other games, though. Probably not. But he, you know, he always tried his hardest. Konami would slap him with these ridiculously small budgets. And, you know, he did his best, you know. Ultimately, in the 3D games, it became a situation where, well, every room looks the same, you know. The internet connection quality is currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. So are we still on? Let me check this. I have no idea. says I'm live. I don't know. I have a lot of trouble with my internet. It just... I wish I had a way to boost my signal or something. But then again, I don't know if that would help so much. I mean, I just refreshed this, but let me make sure. I mean... Still says I'm live. So I don't know, man. I guess the biggest test would be for me to enter my own room on my phone. And... I can't type in my own chat. Live chat, okay. Top chat, I don't know what, I don't know. Am I on? Let's see. There seems to be a bit of lag. Oh, there it is. I guess I am on. I don't know. Anyway. I wonder if it's because my phone is also on YouTube. It says I'm still in the room. Not true, I'm not here. Okay. 2:56, then we're out. Not that we need it anymore. I think we have everything except for that last body part. The cross, and if we feel like it, we can get an oak steak. Just for kicks. I think we have to go this way. Oh, shh! I forgot! All my hearts are gone. Shit, man. Not that I need it. But it's kind of a bummer. I don't think there's any rewind feature on this. Okay. That took 4 hits to kill that guy. Let's log that note away in our brains, shall we? Here's like Medusa skulls. 4 hits to kill those. Then again, it's nighttime, but... Okay. Give your morning star power to burn away evil. Whoosh. I like that power. You know what would be cool? And here's me. Okay, 2 hits there. Okay, that's better. Here's me thinking with my YouTube brain. It would be cool if in the next Nintendo Direct, which I imagine is in September sometime, if they, well, first of all, announce a release date for Fatal Frame Maiden of Blackwater, because, of course... Okay, Laurel time. This is really the only part of the game where you absolutely need laurels. You cannot cross this lake without at least using 2. You could do it probably with 1, but your health will be screwed. Last mansion. I thought it was kind of cool in Castlevania 64 how you do explore a mansion, like one of these. Although I don't think it's any one of these 5. I think it's its own. I think it's called Olderly Mansion. It would have been cool if you go in there and they play a version of this song. It's a wasted opportunity. They should have put me on. They should put me on the development for a Castlevania game, or put me in charge of the series, really. Because if I don't know what the fans want, I for sure know what I want. Some people actually have mentioned a remake of Castlevania 3, but with the artwork of the animated series. I think that's a great idea, although it's a little weird because the anime does deviate from the games a lot, especially season 3 and 4. I beg of you to take these laurels. Alright. I'll take them. That guy will keep giving you laurels, so... And it's good because this castle is surrounded by the poison marsh. Here we are, another nod to the animated series, or vice versa. We have Carmilla, who cries bloody tears. He'll show that in a second here. Bloody tears that turn into fire, because of course blood turns into fire. The only purpose of the cross is to have it. You have to have it. You know what? I don't have an oak stake. Is this the last part? Yeah, I need an oak stake. I gotta go back. Excuse me, Carmilla. Ah. Okay, my memory's not the greatest, so let's see if we can find where the oak stake is. Up here. Oh, I'm earning experience in here. Good. Hell yeah, I want oak steak. I want my steak made out of oak. Hey, cheating. Totally cheating. See how they gang up on me? They're such bullies. Famous YouTuber Matt McMuscles. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but he's pretty popular. He made a video about Curse of Darkness. Oh, I don't need to fight her again. I'm outie. Once again, Dracula's ring, I have no idea. I don't think it does anything other than just let you into the castle. So they've already announced a spin-off of the Castlevania anime, which is to star Richter and Maria and take place during the French Revolution. Why the French Revolution? I don't know. I mean, I guess it was going on at that time, but Belmonts aren't French. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be like a Spanish family. Because the Japanese name is Belmondo. That is not a Romanian name. Really do the main storyline. I suppose they could have Shaft involved. Maybe they could have Medusa in there, or you know, it might be too early for Frankenstein's monster, at least as far as the book goes. But then again, Castlevania plays, even the games play fast and loose with, you know, timelines and time periods. They aren't gonna have Akmoden the Mummy be like the final boss, or even a mid-boss for a series or season finale or anything. Makes me wonder how long the series could go. Like, they skipped over the Christopher Belmont and Simon Belmont stuff, and Juste Belmont, star of the upcoming Harmony of Despair in the Castlevania Advance collection. But, you know, maybe they could do Richter and Maria with Alucard. Maybe they could do Order of Ecclesia, but then again, not a lot of people know about that game. They might skip that game. Maybe jump into, like, the events of the Bram Stoker novel, which Castlevania brought into its lore by saying Quincy Morris is a Belmont, if not by name, by blood, or at least partially. His son John fought in Bloodlines, and his grandson Jonathan fought in Portrait of Ruin. Versus the evil Bronner and his adopted stepchildren. I will say though, I'm sorry, Matt McMuscles. I love your channel and your content, but the Curse of Darkness game, the story is not told in the animated series. It is completely different in the game. There's similarities in how Isaac wants to kill Hector for the betrayal of Dracula, but that doesn't last for very long. Oh, there's one kind of cool subplot they could do involving the Castlevania 64 games, where you're not actually, you reach Dracula, but you don't actually fight him. It's hard to explain without spoiling that. I mean, I could spoil it, but I do actually kind of like that story, and I do think people should actually give the 64 games a try, even though they get a lot of shit. From me included. I gave them a lot of shit back in the 82, but really, I need to... As bad as they are, I still enjoy playing them for some reason. And it's a different kind of joy that I get from playing this. This I still love playing. I'm still gaining levels. still am. Well, I'm still getting experience. Might as well bump it up. Since we're in the mansion, it's not counting the time. So maybe we have some time to do this? I don't know. I hope it's not boring. I'm gonna try to keep it interesting. I do think people should play the 64 games, though. I wish they were more readily available. Other than hunting down a 64, a way to hook it up to your HD TV, and then, you know... Because I think the Legacy of Darkness Castlevania, which is the second 64 game, I think that's getting a bit too pricey for the average gamer. Hearts, but let's level up. If we can level up, let's do it. Something you may not know. The developers of Shantae Way Forward, they said when they were making Shantae, they were heavily influenced by Simon's Quest. And you can see it in the sort of like the day and night transitions. It's just the general open world-ish feel. I know it's 8-bit, but it still feels like you could go anywhere and do anything. For the time, you couldn't really do everything, but you could go anywhere. To a point. Since I'm on YouTube right now, I feel the need to mention my favorite YouTubers. I know that's a little weird, but people need to know what's good, and I'd like to think what I like is still good. Even though I like this game and it's super old and confusing. If you don't know what you're doing. Someone made a great argument though, and I actually said this years ago, that if you don't know what to do in Zelda 1 either, without a walkthrough, without a guide or instructions, it can be just as obtuse as this game, if not more so. I mean, would a perfect cornerstone of their point was if you run into an enemy in one of the later dungeons and he blocks your path and you have to get by him, otherwise you can't finish the game. And you walk into his room and he doesn't fight you, well, unless you attack him. And all he says is grumble, grumble. Now, would you know what to do instinctively? It does. If the game didn't tell you what to do, would you know what to do? Would you guess that grumble, grumble is his stomach rumbling, and that he wants a piece of meat? But that's not the only example. Experience. Is the next one gonna level me up? Nope. How high does this go? How high can you get? I don't know if that joke is appropriate for YouTube. It's probably not appropriate for Twitch either, but whatever. I'll tell it in one venue or another. $261. Maybe it's 300 that I have to get to. I had heard a rumor that there was going to be a Castlevania for the Intellivision Amico. I don't know where I heard that. There was like a games list or something. And I was like, oh no. That could be either a horrible idea or a mildly interesting one. Because knowing them, they would probably want to redo the first game. Which is kind of cool, but depending on what it looks like, maybe not. I mean, it's too easy to dunk on the Amico, though. I mean, they've already got their asses handed to them by giant bombs, so it's not up to me to keep that going. You know. Pat and Ian of the CU podcast get enough shit on it already by Tommy himself, Tommy Tallarico himself. It's not 300 either. I'll keep going. At first I was thinking, I actually have been following the Amico drama. And at first I was thinking, well, Pat and Ian might be being a little too hard on the game, you know. But then they started attacking them for just stating their opinions. So then things got a bit more visceral. And I'm not sure that the... On a side note, I'm not sure that the naked publicity, yeah. I'm not sure that the negative publicity hurts Amico. Because generally, by and large, most people don't seem interested anyway. They had their best chance to put their best foot forward at E3 and they kind of stumbled out of the gate. Alright. Is that it? We're at level 6. Can we... Are we done? At least for now. Kind of interested in their Dungeons and Dragons game. I think they've renamed it to like Smoke Mountain or something. Smoky Mountains. But I kind of want to see that Dungeons and Dragons game for the Amico. And if they do actually have a Castlevania in the works, hell, I'll check it out. Give me a reason. Seconds is too long to wait for a game transition. Have these people not played like Sega CD or PlayStation games? I don't know. I always thought that was kind of a weak complaint against this game. And then the day and night transition takes too long. How impatient are you? It's not, it's... I don't know. I think as a kid, I didn't care. People like to say, oh, well, the game... We're just making fun of the game for the time, you know. Or maybe they don't say that. Maybe I'm just making that up. But for the time, I wasn't bothered. For the time, I just rolled with it. I was like, some games I don't understand yet, and eventually I will. And this was one of them. Things are starting to get more gray now. Seeing a lot more dead things. Just like in real life. This town is crazy. I think everybody here has something crazy to say. But at least they have a church. Holy shit. That was fast. forget which way to go. So we'll save here. And if I go the wrong way and lose time, maybe we'll try again and see if the ending is any better. I think you stay up here, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong. No, I might not be. I remember this bridge. Nope, that's a dead end. Crap. Let's load that up and do it proper. I do find it amusing that when they showed Metroid Dread at E3, a lot of the reactioneers, people, a lot of them said, oh, it looks scary, it looks creepy, that monster, that robot looks creepy. Here we go. I'm like, well, Metroid has always been kind of creepy. Even in the old games, the music was like so tripped out that it made you like think like you were lost in space for real. Come on. The build-up is real. The tension is real. Okay. Nope, I'm not controlling it. It's amazing, it's being controlled by itself. Okay. We'll see what we'll see here. What is that? The Sacred Flame? Let's do it. Got your number, Dracula. Oh well. I still love this game. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I just enjoy playing it. So, I imagine I'll come back for another Castlevania next time on YouTube. Maybe I'll use this footage for something in the future. Maybe I won't. I'm not sure. But we'll see. I'm still not sure, actually. You know, I always wanted this to be like an AVGN, well, not review channel, more like a HVGN review channel, or a Eric Lappy's Let's Get 047 Goemon. More like a channel like that. It's unfortunate that I never got that going. I was writing scripts, and then I just kind of got demotivated, and unfortunately it never happened. I probably would have gone through the series kind of like I'm doing now, playing through them, but gone into detail on what they meant to me. Although, is that original content? I don't know. Maybe not. I chastised somebody on YouTube here for not delivering original content, and here I am streaming Simon's Quest like that's something special. I mean, it's special to me because I love this game, and I don't know anybody else who really does. But yeah, I still don't like that first AVGN review. And I don't know what it is. If it were any other game, maybe I would laugh at it, but I do think it's an inherent problem with me loving this game too much, perhaps. Sure. God, YouTube. How are you doing, YouTube? You guys alright? I worry about you guys. I'm more of a Twitch streamer lately, but, I wonder what you guys are doing on YouTube. I think you're not supposed to mention your competition. Not like it matters. I'd like to do more with this channel, though. I really would. It's kind of super late. I'm super late to the party. But I think it would be nice, There's a guy I watch on here. There's actually a few guys I watch in here have fantastic content. But they don't really get a lot of views or a lot of subscribers, and I think that's kind of a shame, because they're as high quality as most of the other guys I watch. The other guys me referring to, like Stop Skeletons from Fighting, Matt McMuscles, GameSack. GameSack is like high tier. My Life in Gaming, but that's sort of like more of an informative. They do game reviews, but they're more informative about technology and game preservation and that kind of thing. So I do think, okay, so there's well, I can think of their names. AE Double does animated shorts of a lot of video games. Castlevania, Sonic, you name it. I think I forgot his name last time. I gotta mention him here. AE Double, check him out. Stray Fox, he does a series on like histories of gaming. It's super in-depth, super high quality stuff with like CG animation in it and stuff. I mean, it's they're rather large spaces in between videos, but it's high quality stuff. Silver Dwarf, I'm not sure what he wants to be described as, but he, she, but that channel has a lot of like I don't know how else to put it. It's like impressive essays, like he goes in depth about games that most people wouldn't probably mention, but he digs deep into some of these things, like the not so much the history, but more like the psychology and the social, impact that a game might have. So definitely check out those three. I'm not weak to streamers. I do like streamers. My favorite is still Just Jess, Jess Adele. It's Jess with 3 S's. Of course, someone else has that same name, but I'm talking about the gamer Just Jess. I think she used to be called Game Girl. Which was kind of clever, kind of a play off of Game Boy, but Game Girl. But she does a lot of reaction to Nintendo E3 Directs and stuff like that. But the reason I enjoy her content so much is that her enthusiasm is really infectious. And she's so excited, like during the recent Nintendo E3, she was so hyped for Metroid, so hyped for, anything, Monkey Ball was great to her, Advance Wars was great to her, the only thing she kind of turned the volume down on literally was Just Dance and maybe Cruisin', but you got to worry about copyright these days, so it's understandable. The Legend of Lori, Lorie. She's a great streamer. She is on YouTube still, but she does stream. She's really enjoyable. I mentioned these 2 names in particular because they don't spread negativity. Even if they're not interested in a game, they have a lot of positive things to say about it. I don't know if right now I could name a third streamer who's that on that level, but all of these people could use your subscribers, your views, your likes, your shares, comments, you don't have to give them to me, but definitely check out other people, because there's some good stuff out there. They're just like a few clicks away, and it makes me so happy that people are excited about Metroid, or Jess Adele was like super hyped for when Simon Belmont showed up in Smash, and that just warmed my heart, as an OG Castlevania fan, it was nice. As for me, there's a couple of things I want to do. Maybe on Twitch, but certainly with the YouTube channel. I don't think I'm going to be the next Maximilian Dude, but and he has great content too, although it's a little bombarding. It's like he does 2 videos a day, and to me it's hard to keep up. And he's super focused usually on fighting games and just like talking about fighting games and what I like fighting games okay, but I'm not the best at them. I'm an on and off Mortal Kombat player. If you watched me on Twitch lately, I totally bombed at like Street Fighter. I did okay on Virtua Fighter when they did the 5 one recently, but but Maximilian Dude is inspiring because he started from nowhere doing hundreds of videos just showing like videos of just fighting games, just showing them. He didn't even talk like for, I don't know, dozens of episodes. And the times when he did, he admits they weren't all that impressive. I mean, I guess you got to start from somewhere. Where GameSack started is also kind of impressive, you know. They just decided, well, let's make a game show, and it'll be kind of a point counterpoint thing, like, and I'll be the Nintendo fan and you be the Sega fan, and we'll go from there. Of course, one of them is gone, but you know, Joel still holds down the fort, and it's still one of the best gaming channels out there. I can't neglect the Game Chasers. You know, nobody should. You know, it's difficult for them to keep content going, but also, you know, they were working on a movie before COVID and all this shit happened, so. There's actually people I'm subscribed to that I think that I don't even know if they're too busy or if they have had some things going on. Like Gaming Historian, I think, put out one video like last month, and I can't remember if I watched it, but you know, maybe I should. I haven't watched an AVGN video in years, you know. And it's not like I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses. I'm trying to keep up with the old Joneses. You know. Well, I think I've run out of things to say. You know, I had scripts and plans for like a, you know, like I said, like a Let's Get 047 style, but I don't think that's possible anymore. There's just way too much competition. I'd have to do something completely different. You know, I got my music, but that's been on hiatus for 6 years. You know, I could pick. Right now, if you want to check me out playing different games, all kinds of weird games, I'm on Twitch as AlucardsQuest. Of course, my music is on Bandcamp as AlucardsQuest. Of course, you can find me on Twitter at AlucardsQuest. I'm the same name all over. You know. So, yeah. I hope you guys take care. Be safe. Get your vaccine. If you're not sure about vaccines, ask your doctor. You know, why not? Just ask what your doctor thinks. You trust your doctor, don't you? Ask what your doctor thinks. And I think that will be better for everybody. I'll call you a hero if you get your vaccination. You know, maybe I'll give you $1 if I remember to. If I'm not too drunk at the party. What is he talking about? I don't know. I'm blabbering. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. I might be on Twitch later, but no promises. And I don't know what I'll be playing. So, take care. And for YouTube, will probably be another Castlevania. But we'll see what happens. There's another thing I want to do with YouTube. I don't know if people will like it, but I know for sure one person, well, I know for sure maybe a handful of people like my music, so maybe, you know, maybe. But I'm pretty lazy. It's hard for me to get in gear, so, you know, pray for me. Anyway, I'm out, and I'll see you guys another time. You know, I know not everybody's a bot on my subscription list, but for those who aren't, and for just the one view I might get for anything, thank you. You know, you're a good person, and I mean that. Take care, and get your shots. All right, that's enough.